and McGow are the front three for Olympic this afternoon. What are your early predictions, Emma?
Look, you can't go past Olympics team. They've got a few stars in their lineup, so it's just going to be how Monaro sets up in and goes in the first 10 minutes of this game, if they're going to give it to them or not. But yeah, it'll be exciting and just can't wait for it to start.
They've come a long way, Canberra Olympics, since their 2019 season when they finished up as with the wooden spoon. What is an inclusion like the Sykes sisters do to a side like Olympic?
It's purely experience, and obviously they're very gifted players as well. They're getting into the later stages of their football career, so I think having them around would obviously lift the girls on the field and guide them, and it shows by the results they're having the past few weeks this season.
They split their results against each other last season. Olympic won 3-2 at Riverside in this same fixture in 2019, while the Panthers beat Olympic at O'Connor 5-2. Monaro looking for their first win of the 2020 NPLW season, while Canberra Olympic are looking to ensure their top four spot. If they win here today, they'll sit in fourth position on 12 points, 5 above Canberra United Academy, with 2 games to play. As said in the pre-match, absolute beautiful day here in Queanbeyan after 4 weekends of rain. How have you found playing? You said it was one of the coldest games of your life against Western Western last week.
Oh, it was definitely when I came to Canberra last year. I was told about how cold it can get, but I definitely experienced it last weekend. I had a hoodie underneath my jersey, and it was absolutely freezing. You couldn't. It was the first time I didn't want to stop running, so I can tell you that.
You'll have to adjust that quickly if you're going to stay here for long.
Yeah. No, it's nice. It's the first time in a while I've actually taken my jumper off and gained some vitamin C, or vitamin D. What is it? I'm not
it's
real.
Vitamin D.
Vitamin D. There we go.
You could use it, I think. Yeah.
You told me vitamin C before, so that's on you, mate.
My bad. I should have done my research properly before kickoff.
Yeah.
We're just waiting for Olympic to break away from their team huddle before we get the game underway. It'll be Olympic to kick off, running from left to right.
Field looks absolutely immaculate, Lockie.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
10 out of 10. Credit to the ground staff. It's the Sykes sisters who will get us underway. They're immediately onto the attack. No passing back to the defenders early on. They'll go forward here. Farah passes back to Hemmings. To Cook, who's on the ball here.
Starting off with some great composure already.
That's Ash Sykes who breaks into the box already. Early chance here for Canberra Olympic. Warning signs for Monaro. Cuts back. And that was Eleanor Jones who missed the tap-in.
That's a shame that didn't go in. That was a fantastic piece of play.
What was that in the opening 40 seconds? A first real chance for Canberra Olympic to take the lead here. Warning signs for Monaro Panthers. This is not the start they would have wanted, conceding in the opening couple of minutes. They have conceded early quite a few times this season. And they were down early against Canberra Croatia on Tuesday night inside the opening 5 minutes. So Coach Paul Townsley will be looking for a stronger start. Good touch there by Edwards. But one back by Farah. Now just looking to get their foot on the ball and build into the game. Here comes Sykes, who finds her sister Beg, who shoots straight at Josipovic, who cleans up on the second attempt.
That big bright yellow jumper must be a target there. That went straight into the hands of the keeper. Unfortunate for the Sykes, but that was a good passage of play as well.
I think the goalkeeper jersey, same colour as the referee's jersey here today. Hope they don't get confused and pass to the referee in the middle of the park. It's the captain, Jamison, on that far side. The pace of Sykes is always a threat, isn't it? Anytime you've got that ability to play the quick 1-2 and to burn pace in behind the back line, it's quite a threat.
Great tool to have in the box.
especially their finishing ability as well. Here's Gao, who finds Begg, who cuts back. Almost a tap in there again for Olympic. Ball stays in. I think the linesman's finally decided it stayed in. Sykes. Plays to Burdett. And it trickles all the way to the keeper. Monaro just would like to have a passage of play for 30 seconds when they actually have their foot on the ball, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Zanotta lays it off to midfield, but they turn it over. That's Begg, who plays back to a back line. Bit of fancy footwork there. And it's a first touch for Chalker, who comes in for the injured Pahini.
Ooh.
Nearly a turnover here.
Got to be careful when you're passing back to the keeper. It looks like Monaro's trying to do a bit of a high press there, so we'll have to be sure to make sure that comes off next time.
Referees asked the throw to be retaken. Jamson, who gets the game underway. How can you tell the difference between the Ash and Nicole, Emma?
I think you just say Ash and go for the first one that looks at you.
Try some finds. That's Ash Sykes. That through ball's aimed for, but it was overhit and finds his way to Josipovic. Who boots the ball long. For Edwards, tries and controls. But Olympic come away again. They've dominated possession so far. Great pass out wide to Gao, who's got plenty of space here. She's onside. Tries and finds Sykes. But Compton clears and wins her side a throw in. Whiteley. The famous combo of Beggs to Sykes, who shoots. But a left foot shot is off target. She seems to be limping there a little bit after that shot.
Yeah, I think the defender clipped her on the ankle.
Hopefully she'll be okay to continue.
You can see she's using her pace. She just pushed that ball straight past the defender and ran around and got the shot off. So that's positive signs from Sykes, and might be seeing a couple goals stay in the back of the net under her name.
When you've got an asset like that, why would you not use it? Hardwick tries and finds Georgia Grant on that far side, but Jamison cuts it out.
Great read by Jamison.
Great pass to Sykes. Brings her midfield into the game. It's Dawson for the overlapping Farah. Great ball into the box, but cleared by Compton. Grant tries to break away, but great recovering challenge from Canberra Olympics captain Jamison. Wallace. Bit scrappy there in the midfield at the moment, but Olympic pass back to the back line. They'll start again, build from the back. Nearly a turnover here for Monaro. They've turned the ball over. That's Zanotta on the ball, who brings the Hardwick into the game. She was sorely missed against in their match against Canberra, Croatia on Tuesday night. Passing range is one of the best in the league. Edwards does well to beat Farah, but it's well cleared there by Hemmings.
Nice little nutties there.
What's the punishment at Tuggeranong United training for a nutties?
Oh, you put a fine into the fine box, a couple of dollars.
Surely you haven't had to put any money in. Yeah, of course not. Of course not. Chalker plays short to Cook. To Begg. She gets it back, Cook. Hemming brings it all the way out to Farah on this near side. She's got space to move here. Finds Jones in the midfield. Great ball in behind for Begg, who shoots.
Fantastic.
And buries it past Josipovic for the opening goal of the game. 1-0 Canberra Olympic.
That was such a nice passage of play, building up from the back. They recycled it from one side of the field to the other, and a nice ball through to the Sykes and in the back of the net.
Great little ball there from Eleanor Jones to find her attacking midfielder Begg in behind. His finish was unerring. It's a 1-0 lead to Canberra Olympic. A dream start for Andrew Woodman's side. Monaro Panthers quickly onto the attack here. But yet again, the pass in that final third lets them down. And Olympic would be content to just hold possession here for a bit after taking a lead inside the opening 8 minutes. Wallace does well there and wins herself a throw in against Farah. It'd be hard for Monaro not to let their heads drop after, as we said, conceding 10 goals in their midweek game and conceding early here again. What would the message be from Paul Townsley?
He'd just be wanting his girls to stay positive. You know, it's all about how you react to the goal within the first 10 minutes. It's always a challenge, but as long as the girls stay positive and keep working together, I'm sure they can bounce back.
So it's an early goal. There's still 80 minutes left to go in here, so plenty of time to find a way back into this match.
Yeah, we've got a free kick outside the 18-yard box, so
Hardwick on the ball, who goes for goal instead of putting into the box for a...
Yeah, you can see she was disappointed in that. She shook her head as she went off. I don't think that's what she was going for there.
Does any striker or any midfielder aim to put a free kick wide?
No, I don't think so. Definitely not one for the highlights reel.
Cook on the ball here. Great ball to Sykes, who picks the ball up in some space. Plays it out wide to Gow. Can she keep it in? She has. Stands up Compton. Puts the ball into the box, but it's well cleared by Wallace. Compton clears again.
You can see Monaro's trying to catch the girls offside, but the wingers and the attackers for Olympic are really holding their runs well, and I guess they're trusting in their speed. Once the ball gets put behind them, they can get in that way. So it's going to be interesting to see if they can catch them in an offside position. But
it's definitely a tactical decision, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
You don't want to sit back and let the Sykes, well, Ash Sykes and Nicole Begg have all that space. So see if you can catch them offside, but it hasn't worked so far this afternoon. Chalker passes back to Hemmings, and there's a high press here from Monaro, as we mentioned early on, but Hemmings does really well and turns Edwards inside out. Wallace tries and clears the ball, but I think that was Eleanor Jones who rode the challenge well and wins the side a throw-in.
Yeah, as you said about the high press, you can see the girls are trying to do it, but unfortunately there's a bit of a gap in the midfield, which is why Olympic are able to keep getting out.
Farah turns nicely, finds Burdett in the middle of the field. Great little ball to Begg, who tries and finds her twin sister. This is Dawson. Jones.
Oh.
Great little ball into the box. Great block from Compton. That shot looked destined to find the back of the net. But great covering challenge from Compton. But trouble's not away from an error here, but it's Whiteley whose shanked clearance goes out for a corner.
Great pressure from Olympic.
They looked destined to be 2-0, but Compton did well to put her body on the line and help her goalkeeper out there. The corner is swung in deep corner to that back stick. The ball stays in here. Hardick does well and Smart lets the ball go out for a goal kick. That looked like almost like a set play routine. Find Ash Sykes at the back stick and almost play two corners.
Yeah, unfortunately no one was on the back post once it went out to Ash's side, so...
Across to the back post, the back post the other side.
Yeah.
It's definitely a tactic. Hemmings. Looks for the pace of Lily Dawson in behind. But Jones does well to shepherd the ball out for a goal kick.
Yeah, you could see before she played that ball, she saw the space there and tried to let her teammate know by pointing. But yeah, that was a great ball. It's a shame that she couldn't get there.
It's such a threat when a centre back has a passing range and ability like that, isn't it?
Definitely.
Just adds an extra avenue towards goal, especially when you've already got the depth in midfield and up front, like Olympic has. They do well here under the high press from Monaro, and as I say that, I've jinxed them, and Hardwick wins the ball back for Monaro.
As you can see, they're a bit more compressed that time in the press there, so which is why it's paid off. It was good. There's a bit of an overload there.
Wiley will throw the ball in on that far side. Finds Zanotta. It's a loose pass. I think she was aiming for Hardwick, but Brayshaw does well to win the ball back. Hemmings on the ball here for Olympic, who finds their centre-back partner Cook. Looking for that long ball in behind. Can Compton match the pace of Sykes, sorry. Sykes has got time here, almost puts on a platter for Begg, and it's 2-0 to Canberra Olympic. It's that threat of Ash Sykes in behind that back line. It's going to cause a nightmare for Monaro Panthers, and it's 2-0. Very unselfish play to pass her sister to score her second of the afternoon.
But the right play.
Surely as a striker, your eyes light up when you're one-on-one with the keeper like that. It's one of those sweaty goals that you see in FIFA.
Yeah, it is a very unselfish pass by her, but it's the right one. You've got a chance, you know. She probably could have gone on and scored, but she trusts us, just has got that 100% in the back net, so, and that's why she's put the ball to her, and it's paid off.
Gow shoots, but on the bounce, Josipovic cleans it up. Hardwick on the ball here. He puts the ball out wide here for Edwards to run onto. But it was overhit and it'll go out for a throw in.
I think Monaro needs to be a bit more patient. You can see they're trying to force the ball into areas. And they just need to take a bit from what Olympic's doing, be more patient and composed and pass the ball around a bit more.
It's Jones on the ball here. He finds Gow. He's well pressed there by the teenager Whiteley. Shows really well to... Actually, the ball stays in. Struggles to clear our lines here. Sykes, space to turn. Lays it off to Burdett. Tries her luck from range. But it slices off the boot and doesn't trouble Josipovic in goals. I agree with what you're saying there, Emma. It seems like whenever Monaro have a chance to put a foot on the ball, they're immediately looking forward for a long pass rather than just holding on to the ball for a bit and actually having some possession and building this way into the game. I think that's young Riley Whiteley down in her haunches. So Vizio runs onto the field. Monaro do look like a side that have only scored 2 goals this season, both from Rachel Hardwick. 2 absolute cracking free kicks are the only ways that they've actually found the back of the net this season in their opening 6 matches. As Paul Townsley's got a young side in 2020 and definitely looking towards the future rather than immediate success.
Yeah, that's something I've noticed about the Canberra League. It is very young. But there's so many players that I've come across already, a lot of talent, and you can see how much the NPL in Canberra has developed over the years. So exciting times ahead for women's football in Canberra and obviously out in Queanbeyan here in New South Wales.
Who's one young player in the Tuggeranong United side that's grabbed your eye throughout the first couple of games?
Well, honestly, there's quite a few girls. We have a young one called Annie. She's doing fantastic. I'm pretty sure she's actually only 15. So, yeah.
Annie Marie Sims?
Yes.
Yeah, she's a great little player, isn't she?
Yeah, sure is.
Surprised when she made her debut here, actually, against Monaro Panthers in their 1-1 draw, Tuggeranong. She's a very football-smart kid for only 15 and for a diminutive stature, playing that centre-back position. She's got a bright future. Wiley hasn't returned to the field, so hopefully best wishes to her and she can hopefully return. Jamson throws the ball into Burdett. Bit of a turnover there by Zanotta. Cook finds a captain. Tries to find the ball in the box. And Begg turns nicely but doesn't bring the ball with her. And Monaro can clear. Zanotta tries to turns into trouble.
Some nice challenges in the middle of the park here. It's unfortunate that Monaro can't produce anything from it, but although here we go, looks like we've got a bit of a breakaway now.
Here's a chance. Hardwick on the ball. This is who Monaro want on the ball as much as possible. And she wins her side of throw-in off Begg. Paul Townsley was able to recruit Hardwick from Wagga City Wanderers. He said one of the key things was talking about how bright their future is in the squad, to convince her to come to Queanbeyan instead of from Wagga.
Don't know about that decision from the ref there. That was a pretty hard challenge.
He seemed to think about it for quite some time, didn't he? And then decided, no, let the game play.
Yeah. I think from his angle it might not have looked as bad as what it was, but I think we got a good view on that one here, and definitely should have been a little bit of a free kick there.
It's always the way from the commentary box. We can always see things better than the players on the pitch.
Questionable for the bunker on the NRL, but you know.
Maybe that's the next step for Capital Football's competitions, VAR or something.
Yeah.
That was Burdett. He tries and finds the pace of Sykes in behind, but it's overhit.
She's fast, but not that fast.
Comes out to Edwards. Bit of aerial ping-pong at the moment.
These two are having a great battle the whole game out here on the side. So number 9 for Monaro is actually doing a pretty good job. Most of the time, 16 gets the ball. She's having to face back and play back to her defenders. So it's good to see from number 9.
It's a good little battle brewing between Edwards and Farah, especially the way Olympics left and right backs like to press up the pitch. It's also a bit of a defensive responsibility for the wingers of Monaro. Here comes Sykes, who patiently passes back to her midfield in Burdett, who finds Jones. As I said, there's the winger tracking back and helping defend her out as Farah pushes high.
You can see the experience from Sykes there. She's just outside the 18-yard box, but she can see there's nothing on, so she just recycles it back to her midfielder and tries to move the defence around to create an opportunity. It's good to see.
Great little passage of play from Canberra Olympic here as they try to find a ball into the box. It's well cut out by Compton, who clears their lines, but there's plenty of Canberra Olympic players have time to control the ball and recycle it. Great one too as Cook pushes up the field. Finds Sykes, who dribbles into the box, pass 2, pass 3, get a shot on target. Great save from Josipovic. Has a chance. Ball fell kindly back to her on her left foot, but she puts it over the bar.
Yeah, that was a bit of individual brilliance there from Sykes, but it's unlucky that didn't get in. That was a fantastic passage of play. I think she took on 3 defenders there, so good to see.
Got the shot on target, but Josipovic was aware of where her near post was and palmed the shot onto it.
Yeah, great work from the keeper there.
Uncharacteristic miss from Sykes in the follow-up though. Maybe she fancies her right more than her left. Farah finds Hemmings. Under that high press of Monaro, she does well to find her midfielder.
Yeah, that was really well to get out of that then. 3v2 situation.
Advantage, says the referee. Brayshaw's wearing Sykes like a glove. Ball breaks to Zanotto, who does well to ride the challenge of Begg. She comes back for seconds. But Zanotto does well to win a free kick. That relieves some pressure for Monaro. They swing the ball quickly forward. And Edwards is in behind here, but Chalk was well off the line to snuff out any danger. And they're back on the attack through Farah. Great little reverse ball. She's onside here, is Sykes. 1v1 with the keeper. She goes around Josipovic and scores her first of the afternoon and Canberra Olympic's third. It's 3-0 to Canberra Olympic. It was that high press from Monaro, then it's got caught out with the pace of Sykes.
And that's what you get having Sykes up front, using that speed of ball in behind, and you know it's very hard to stop her once she's one-on-one with the keeper there.
Sykes did well to stay on her feet after it looked like Josipovic cleaned her up on the way through, but she stayed on her feet. It looks like Whiteley's coming back onto the field.
That goal there, it's always awkward for the keeper when they see a ball get put through and a player's running at you. They don't know when to step or whether to stay. But I feel if the keeper had to come out a bit earlier there, she might have been able to almost have like a bit of a sweeper role. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. And fantastic goal by Sykes.
It was that just moment of uncertainty of whether to come or to stay, and is that moment of indecision that cost them.
That's all it takes in soccer.
I think you meant football, but that's okay.
Soccer, football, potato, potato.
As Begg swings the ball into the box, but it misses the head of Dawson on the back stick. It's one of those conversation topics that people care deeply about, calling it football or soccer.
Yeah, I think growing up watching a lot of the American football, big fan of LA Galaxy when Zlatan was there. It's just been in my head, soccer, lately. So, to be honest, I've been playing the game for 20 years and I still call a free kick a penalty and people look at me funny. So,
well, it's good. It's good that we're having some of such experience on commentary today. Josipovic's goal kick finds Gow, but Monaro able to clear their lines on the second attempt. And they have a throw in on that far side. And also any chance for you to mention Zlatan Ibrahimovic. So that's one reference to him this afternoon. I know he's your favourite footballer. But
just re-signed 1 year with AC Milan.
Did he?
It's great to see. He's going on 39 years old. He's going to be playing when he's 80.
If only we all could play till we're 39 years old.
It's amazing what money can do, hey?
Cook takes a throw in. Finds Burdett. Sykes just finds another pocket of space. She sits in that almost a false 9 position and just brings her midfield into the game. Bit of a 50-50 challenge there, but the referee says it as a free kick to Monaro.
Yeah, a little shove off the ball. I think that was deserved for Monaro there.
Quick pause in the game as the goalkeeper has her shoelaces tied up.
Have you ever tried tying your shoelaces up with keeper gloves on your hand?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's what one of my Shemi got me to do last season just to try it. So it's very hard.
I definitely tied Shem Carms' shoelaces a couple of times at training during the season. I didn't realise that fell under a media person's role, but it was an honour. Free kick to Monaro here. They've thrown quite a few players forward and see if Hardwick can put a free kick in our own half in the box here. Second chance here. And Edwards' shot is well saved by Chalker. The ball's bobbling around there as Olympic try to clear their lines, and it's a throw in. That was a decent chance from Monaro.
Yeah, fantastic chance. Edwards is just having an absolute ripper of a game. She's doing really well, especially with the pressure, and it almost paid off for her. Might be 3-0, but if they get a couple more opportunities like that, definitely have a chance to make this a bit tighter.
It's one of those coaches' favourite things about a player, winning that second ball, and she did well there to gamble.
Yeah, perfect example of why you never stop your run.
Great 1-2 here from Dawson to Sykes, and she's in behind again. Compton tries and keeps up with her.
Great run from Lily out here on the side, trying to get into the box.
She shoots, great save, but the ball just falls to Dawson, and she taps it in.
Yeah, fantastic goal. You could see her steaming up the middle, trying to offer support for Sykes, so very deserved goal there.
You called it early, you called out that run.
Yeah.
She broke into the box, and her hard work was rewarded with a tap in, and it's 4-0 to Canberra Olympic inside the opening half an hour.
Couple of words there from the coach. Not too happy about that goal there.
It's that battle again with Edwards and Farron. Edwards does well again. It's the 17-year-old debutante who has a shot, but she couldn't get her left foot onto the ball, and it trickles out for a goal kick.
It's great signs to see from a play. It's very hard when you go down 4-0, especially in the first half, but Edwards is really working hard, doing extremely well on the side here, and hopefully trying to lift her team up.
Compton has a few nibbles at Sykes there. She's won a free kick, which will be taken by Cook. Even 4-0 up. Andrew Woodman's been quite vocal on that far side in the coach's area. Still wants his side to push on and score a couple more. Begg has acres of space here, turns and fires an audacious right foot volley.
That was a nice 2 points there.
And cleared Riverside Football Stadium, and we'll have to get a spare ball to get the game back underway. Incredible how she found that much space from a free kick inside Olympic's own half.
She probably could have taken a touch there and brought the ball down, but it's easy to say from the sideline. Sometimes you don't realise how much space you do have, but I'm sure she'll get another one.
Especially when you're already up 4-0. I think it's one of those, you already have a bit of a licence to shoot on sight. Try your luck on a half chance. It's not out of the skill set of Begg to score from that range. Hardwick does really well here to bring the ball down and break away, but a miscommunication between Edwards and Hardwick, as Edwards cut inside and Hardwick played it out wide, so it's a throw in here for Olympic.
Yeah, it was a very nice bit of skill there from Hardwick there.
She was sorely missed in their midweek game against Canberra, Croatia. She wins a lot of challenges for Monaro, and as I said earlier, her passing range is one of the best in the competition, which is why it was such a key acquisition for Paul Townsley and Monaro Panthers. Another high press here. Ball falls to Wallace, who shoots, but doesn't trouble the keeper. But yet again, that high press from Monaro is causing Canberra Olympic a fair bit of trouble, and they try and play out from the back.
It's not a bad effort there, taking a shot, but I would like to see a bit more composure from the girls. There is a lot of space in there when they're attacking, so trying to make a couple of combination plays and find some space, I think they would get a lot more benefit from that and might bag a goal as well.
Jameson's got some space down on this far side. And there's Canberra Olympic plays in the box. She does well to hold the ball up and try and bring her teammates into play, but her pass is poor and it goes out for a Monaro throw-in. Had an opportunity to swing the ball into the box there, but didn't trust her left foot and decided to pass it back, but her pass went astray. Whiteley, who seems to have shaken off the knock she received earlier in the game and has returned to the field, throws it in. But Olympic win the first header and the second, and they can launch another attack here. Great touch from Sykes, who finds Dawson, but her left foot shot is over the crossbar.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. Great connection there from those three players.
what an experience for a young player like Lily Dawson to play alongside Ash Sykes in that that front three.
Yeah, I remember when I was younger, I used to get an opportunity to play alongside with people like Joey Burgess, Leah Blaney, and I remember just taking so much from them. It's a great opportunity, and it only makes you better as a player.
Sykes on the ball here. Finds Jones. Gow's got time to turn, lays it off, but it's straight at the keeper. As Eleanor Jones had lots of goal to aim at, but could only find the keeper.
That was a lot of power behind that shot too, so well done to the keeper making that fall just beneath her chest to be able to pick it up so quick.
Clears the ball long, but it bounces over the head of the Monaro forwards. Grant on the ball here. Bit of a scrap on that far side. Begg holds the ball up. Burdett and Jones finally figure it out and they hold on to possession. Finds Gow. Lays it back to Hemmings. Great pass. Jones lays it off to Cook, who finds a Captain Jamison.
They're a well-coached team, Olympic. You can see girls making moves off the ball, and it's obviously a trigger for players to make moves in other positions, and it's just opening up so much space to get behind Monaro, and obviously is why they're up 4-0.
I think sometimes the inclusion of Ash Sykes and Nicole Begg can take a little bit of the spotlight, but Olympic have improved drastically compared to the 2019 season. And you can see that in that little passage of play. Beautiful passing move. Players dropping into space. It's good football to watch.
Yeah, the players are making it easy for Beggs and Sykes to score goals, just what they're doing behind them. So
it's a great ball into the box there. And Dawson had a chance there. But Josipovic was aware and kept the ball out. She's had a few chances in this opening half, Dawson. Only has the one goal to her name, but she looks likely to score a couple more this afternoon.
yeah, the keeper's moving around the goal box pretty well. She's getting into good positions, so some of the goals that have been conceded today, not many keepers are going to save it, so the keeper's doing actually a really good job, I think.
Josipovic has been a great player for Monaro. It's this great turn from Zanotti here, who tries and finds Edwards, but the pass is into no one in particular. And Olympic can collect and push forward once again.
I think it's becoming a bit easy for Olympic to read. They can see that number 9 Edwards is the outlet for Monaro, so I think at half-time they might need to change up their tactics.
Looks like Zanotta's also actually just dropped into that midfield position. They're playing the Plamino, who's the young 17-year-old on debut, and she's just struggling to find her way into the game in this opening 35 minutes. It's Burdett, who finds Cook. He can drive into the half. He finds the ball into Dawson, but she's offside. Yeah, what changes does Paul Townsley make at half-time remains to be seen. He does have a few. He's got 5 players on the bench: Nikki Hewlett, Kira Donadell, Ebony Ahern, Cass Guglielmin, and Kenzie Osfield. Kenzie Osfield normally plays that number 9 position and started in that position against Canberra, Croatia on Tuesday night. So she could be a sub that he makes at half-time. Cass Guglielmin's also a handy little player in the midfield in that number 10 position. So there are options on the bench for Monaro.
Yeah, I think Monaro need to get a bit more closer to each other because they're too spaced out from each other, and you know, when you got the likes of the Sykes sisters and quite a lot of other players on the Olympic team that are very fast, they're just going to outrun you to the ball, and so they need to combine a bit more and see if they can break them down through the middle, I think.
As the old adage goes, make the ball do the work. Hardwick The free kick right on halfway. Just swing the ball into the box. Great little free kick there, but well cleared by Olympic. Sykes does well. Brayshaw does well to win the second challenge. It's Wallace. But a great little 1-2 with Farah. Farah's having an absolute ripper game down here in this right back position.
Nice feet there.
She continues to run into the box here and has a chance to cut it back. But Connor does well to block the pass. And it's a corner kick for Canberra Olympic.
Great little 1-2 piece there. Connecting very well, Olympic.
She took on 3 or 4 Monaro players there and beat them all ends up. And does well to win her side a corner kick here.
You can see the hands on the hip. She's a bit puffed from that run, so she'll get some deserved deep breaths here.
The ball is swung in. Goes to that back stick again. Chance there. And
fantastic goal.
Great little corner that from Ali Cook. It's not normally that you see a defender take a centre back take a corner kick, but great ball.
And on the volley too. Yeah, that was a nice one to see.
Monaro were disappointed they couldn't get a head on that corner and clear their lines, and it found its way to the back stick for a volley. It's 5-0 here at Riverside Football Stadium. Canberra Olympic leading Monaro Panthers. As said in the pre-game, a win here for Canberra Olympic will pretty much almost ensure their final spot. And it's making 6.
That was a no-look pass there from Ash Sykes to her sister. You can tell they've played together most of their life. That was that was a nice one.
I think all their life, pretty much. Ever since out of the womb together. What a great combo. 1-2. It just tears up most defenders. Any backline in this league, to be honest. In the blink of an eye, it's 6. How can Paul Townsend's side stop the bleeding?
Yeah, it's going to be a difficult one, but as long as, these are the moments where your character truly shows, so the only way they're going to develop and get better as a team is to make sure that they keep working hard now. And, regardless of the scoreline, as long as they're trying the best, and that's what the coach can ask for.
Great little dummy there from Cook, and an even better pass to Jones, who's got space here in the midfield, who encourages Farah forward. Unhappy with herself with that pass. She couldn't find Sykes, who had space down this near side. Olympic will keep pushing forward. They're not content with 6.
Yeah, that's just a bit of fitness there. You can see she's taking in the deep breath still, so...
Somehow that ball stayed in from Edwards, and she was the only one in Monaro, green and black, to chase down her own pass. High press here from Monaro, but very calm and composed from Cook.
Yeah, that was nice.
Fancy little skill move there to get her side out of danger, and they go forward.
Fancy little flick there that was.
Finds Dawson, who finds Gow. She can keep the ball in here. Ball stays in still. Farah swings the ball in. And Josipovic does well to put her name on it and clear out the danger. She boots the ball long and it goes over the head of the debutant Palomino. Hardwick tries to find Georgia Grant out wide on that far side, but Jamison's all over her, and she wins the ball here. She continues her run, and great 1-2. She's got space to swing the ball into the box here, but the ball's a little bit shallow and it only finds Compton. Chance here for Monaro to hold the ball for a bit, but they launch the ball forward. Palomino couldn't get onto that pass. Begg finds Bedette.
Oh.
Turns the ball over here. Edwards has a chance and scores.
And there you have it. The hard work's paid off.
Your pick of the best player on the park in the opening 45 minutes, and she's found her name on the score sheet. And it was that high press from Monaro Panthers that gave them a reward.
And that's a perfect example of, like I said, she's just trying to find a moment to lift her team, and it's happened. It's happened from the hard work that she's been putting in with the press and hasn't given up. So, that was fantastic to see.
That's only their third goal of the NPLW this season, and only their second goal scorer after Hardwick has scored their only 2 goals so far this season. So it's been a long time coming.
Let's see if this will help lift the Monaro team.
Ball into the box here. Skips over the head of several players. Dawson tracks it down on that far side. Tries to swing the ball in. But Compton, touch lets her down. Begg. Finds Bidette. Oh, Jones actually went for the audacious volley but couldn't get it on target.
Yeah, that would have been nice if that went in.
That's all right. Josipovic tries and finds Monaro's goal scorer, but the ball falls to Sykes here. His right foot shot clips the top of the crossbar.
Yeah, she's not happy with that one, shaking her head. She did the right thing. She noticed she had space and took her time, but unfortunately clipped the post. So
she would score that 9 times out of 10 normally.
Yeah, easy.
Just couldn't get it under the crossbar. As time ticks away, there's just over 60 seconds left in this opening half. It's Canberra Olympic leading Monaro Panthers 6-1. Absolute goal fest in the opening 45 minutes. This might be the most goals we've had in an opening half this season so far.
Yeah, I think the second half will be interesting, you know, going in into the change rooms and having scored the last goal might lift the girls from Monaro up. They've been remaining positive, and it's good to see that they're not giving up. So it'll be interesting second half.
I think that's going to be the message from Paul Townsley, actually, would be you scored 1.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
And once again, we've just done a press here, and it's worked. So
there are certain tactics that are paying off for his side. It's just their struggle to contain the potent forward line of Olympic. But at high press again, they've won the ball over here. Zanotta picks the ball up, finds Hardwick. He does well, he shoots, and
absolute screamer. Wow, look at that. There you go. 2 goals in the space of 5 minutes. Absolutely fantastic from the Monaro girls.
It's 6-2 here at Riverside Football Stadium. After being down 6-0, Monaro have scored their last 2 goals in the dying minutes of this first half. There's some confidence now in the Monaro side.
Yeah, you've seen a change in Olympics girls as well. Since Monaro scored that first goal, they've just become a bit too complacent, I think, and I think they thought they had the game in the bag, but here we go. I'm excited for the second half.
Yet again, that goal came from the high press and then winning the ball high up the pitch, and Hardwick receiving the ball where they've wanted to receive the ball, just outside the box, and she's got skills and a great shot on her to find the back of the net. It's her 3rd goal of the season. I think it's safe to say we have not had 8 goals in an opening half before. This has been an eye-catching performance from both sides.
If I had just said to you it would be 6-2 at halftime, what would you say, Lockie?
I would have trusted you because you're a good analyst.
Thank you.
It's 6-2 here at Riverside Football Stadium as the referee blows half-time in what has been a very entertaining opening 45 minutes. Canberra Olympic got out to a 6-0 lead inside the opening 40 minutes thanks to 4 goals between Ash Sykes and Nicole Begg, and Dawson has also found a name on the score sheet. But it's the late strikes from Elizabeth Edwards and Rachel Hardwick That leaves the game finally poised here, 6-2 at halftime. We'll take a 5-minute break and we'll be back in 5 minutes' time for the second half.
Did you say you wanted 2 pink marshmallows in your hot chocolate, Lockie?
Yes, please.
No worries, mate.
Two sugars. welcome back to Riverside Football Stadium, where the score here is 6-2 between Canberra Olympic and Monaro Panthers. Canberra Olympic got out to a dream start in the opening 40 minutes, scoring the first 6 goals of the game, but Monaro fought back and scored 2 great goals to find their way back into the match. As players find their positions back on the field, just wait and see if there's been any substitutions here at half-time. It looks like Monaro will stay the way they're lined up in the opening 45. It's Lana Josipovic in goals. The back line of Jones, Compton, Brayshaw and Whiteley. Midfield of Wallace and Hardwick, who scored her 3rd goal this season with a cracking finish. The debutant Plamino rounds out the midfield trio. And it's Grant, Zanotto and Edwards in their front 3. Pick of the players in the first 45 minutes was Edwards with her tireless work rate, Emma?
Yeah, definitely. She was fantastic in the first half, so be interesting to see how she comes firing out in this second half, the way they ended the last one.
And Olympic lining up with Chalker in goals, Farah, Hemmings, Cook and Jamison. Burdett, Jones and Begg are the midfield. Dawson, Sykes and Gow are the front 3. Let's see if Monaro Panthers continue their comeback into the second half after scoring 2 late goals. It's Wallace on the ball here. She turns it over though as Sykes breaks away. Just a turn of pace and glides past Jones, whips the ball into the box. A great catch by Josipovic.
Yeah, fantastic catch by the keeper there.
She puts the ball along to the goal scorer, Edwards, who wins a free kick.
Bit of a shove in the back there. I think they can recognise that she is a threat.
As mentioned, that first 45 minutes, Edwards versus Farah was a great little battle as they went toe-to-toe on many occasions. I think she's holding her lower back here. Hopefully
yeah, it looks like a lower lumbar.
Hopefully she'll be okay to continue. She was a bright spark in that opening half for Monaro and scored her first goal of the season and became Monaro's 2nd goal scorer of 2020. Normally their attacking outlet is Rachel Hardwick. Monaro scored as many goals today as they have all season. So whether they can put another goal in the back of the net and keep adding to their tally and make this into a tight contest in the second half.
Good to see her back on her feet. A bit of magic water, I think, there, and she's good to go again.
Just wanted a massage after carrying the team in the opening 45 minutes.
Oh, that be firing words there, Lucky.
Hardwick on the ball here. Great cross into the box. Ball falls here to Wallace. Tries and brings it under control, but a touch lets her down. Whiteley does well here. Great smart play to find Hardwick, who audaciously shoots from way outside the box, but the ball on the bounce finds Chalker.
It's nice to have dreams.
Grant does well here. Battles well, puts pressure. This is the high press of Monaro Panthers. Zanotto picks up the pass. Lays it off to Hardwick at the edge of the box, which is dangerous. Bends it, hits the crossbar. As you mentioned, that's where Rachel Hardwick's at her best, at the edge of the box. She can find the target, and unfortunate there, just clips the very corner of the crossbar and post, very close to making it 6-3.
Extremely positive signs from Monaro in the opening 2 minutes there.
Dawson and Whiteley in a foot race here. And it's Whiteley who wins herself a free kick. Looked like an innocuous challenge, but the referee saw that as a push in the back, and it's a free kick from Monaro.
Yeah, I think that one was a bit soft. That was a 50-50 there, and I think Monaro tripped over her feet there.
Great start for Monaro in the opening 3 minutes of the second half. It's a completely different side that conceded the first 6 goals of this contest. Grant keeps the ball in and plays it down the line for Palomino to chase, but Cook will get there first. Passes back to her keeper. Monaro with that high press again. See if they can turn the ball over. But the calm head of Begg holds the ball up well. Great pass that from Cook to Sykes. The 1-2. And Sykes is on her way again. Can Monaro hold her up? But a poor pass. Doesn't find Dawson, and Monaro will throw it in here.
Yeah, I think Lily changed her direction that she was running then and went for the ball in behind, but yeah, a bit of miscommunication there in the body language.
So not a great turn under pressure, and rides the challenge of Begg. Great footwork, finds Hardwick, who hoofs the ball forward, but she's not happy with that.
Come off the shin there.
As Palomino tries and brings the ball under control, she does it, and Jones finds Gowan behind, but she leaves the ball behind her.
I think they're unlucky not to get her offside there.
Farah swings the ball into the box. Ball bounces over Hemmings, and it's a foot race. But Hemmings does really well and passes back to Chalker.
You can see here the girls are pressing at the front, but there's a massive gap in the middle of the field, which is why Olympic is able to play out so easily.
When you press, you've got to press as the team, because Olympic are going to make you pay. Here comes Sykes. Dawson's got space out wide here. She holds the ball up and finds Jones. Finds Begg, who turns, tries and takes on a couple of players.
Bit of Elvis Presley footwork there from Begg.
She's got space here to fire the ball in. But Joswaj just gratefully dives on it. With the shimmy, the hips of Elvis. Shown there by Begg, and then the wraparound play with her sister.
She had scored a goal, she could have said, "Oh, thank you very much."
Surely Elvis impersonation is on the cards for the rest of the half, remember? Jamison will throw the ball in here.
Ooh.
High foot there from Begg, but
Yeah.
referee lets it play. Sykes stands up Compton. Cuts back, but Hardwick does well to help her team out and clear her lines.
Hardwick's doing really well in defence in this second half.
She's such an outlet for them going forward, but it's also so useful to have her clearing the danger in her back line. But if you have a full team of Rachel Hardwick, I think Paul Townsley would.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing is when you have a player of that calibre, you know, they're doing a lot of box-to-box running, so and because they're on the defence most of the time, it's a shame that she can't be up there when the attacking opportunities arise.
Farah will throw the ball in here. Does 1-2 with Gow. Recycle the play to Jones. They turn the ball over here. As Palomino is still struggling to find her feet in her first NPLW match. Young 17-year-old. Jamison, great touch and great pass to Dawson. Compton slides in. The ball falls back to Jamison. She puts the ball into the box here. Great touch from Sykes, who lays it off to Burdett. Turns on her right foot. No one wants to shoot here for Olympic. Burdett has the chance now. Blocked by Compton. And she clears. It's one of those opportunities where 3 or 4 players could have shot the ball and decided to just keep passing it around, and eventually Monaro had the numbers to clear the danger.
Yeah, there was a couple of times they received the ball with the back to the goal and they just had to lead off to the player behind them, but yeah, that's an opportunity gone missed for Olympic.
Edwards up against Hemming. Does really well, Edwards. And wins her side a corner. Can be a thankless job running a ball down, but she puts Hemmings under pressure and forces her to make the clearance. What can Hardwick do here? Short corner taken quickly.
Ooh.
Shouts for offside. Play on here. And the cross/shot from Hardwick goes out for a goal kick as Cook makes her case to the lines. The assistant referee on this near side.
Yeah, I think there was a bit of a miscommunication in that corner. I can see the girls having a bit of a chat to each other over there, so I don't know if they actually meant to go for that short corner. But you got to be really aware if you're doing the short corner to make sure that you're not in an offside position. I think she was very close to that there, and they were lucky to not get called.
Meanwhile, Dawson will be content with the one goal she scored here this afternoon. She is replaced by Louise. Looks like a straight swap as Cockham comes in for Dawson. What have you made of Lily Dawson's performance this afternoon?
Yeah, she's had quite a lot of opportunities. I think she's doing really well on the wing and combining well with the Sykes and Beggs. So it's just a shame. There was a passage of play before where I think she could have possibly got a goal if the ball had been laid back to her. But as long as she's in the right positions, she'll get the opportunities coming towards her.
The referees have come to the conclusion that it was a offside. Looked like Edwards was in an offside position and she chased the ball, even though she didn't touch the ball, but she was involved in the play. And Olympic will take a free kick. Cook will hoof the ball long, but it just falls to Hardwick, who has time, who looks up. She's going to try her luck from range, and Chalker's happy to let that ball go out for a goal kick. I understand that Hardwick's got the capability from shooting from range, but surely that's out of it.
Yeah, I think she's forcing it a bit there. It's done it a couple times now, but the girls just need to be patient. There's still another 30-odd minutes, 35 minutes of the game left, and they could definitely still be in this. Just got to be patient and take the opportunities when they can get them.
Hemmings got lucky there. She took on 3 Monaro Panthers players, but the ball fell kindly to her. And Olympic looked like they were going to go on another attack forward, but the ball to Jamison was overhit. Wallace does well to win the header. Grant's clearance finds Edwards, but a touch falls to Jones. To Begg, who drives the defenders here. Chips it to the back post, and Josipovic does well and claims it nicely. It was an awkward height for the keeper there. It was one of those ones that's easy to spill.
Great use of the body there.
Yet again, it's a coming together between Edwards and Farah. But Farah wins out that time. As Brayshaw tries and clears their lines. It's a throw in for Olympic.
Definitely a different feel in this second half. It's a lot more of a tighter contest.
Felt like almost that Monaro took 40 minutes to wake up and get themselves into the game.
Yep.
But once they scored 2 goals, a boost of confidence here, and balls played in behind for Plamino, but it's overhit.
A bit too many wheat bix this morning, I think, there.
Monaro look like they're trying to go for that high press again, but Begg does well to find Gow, who finds Jones. And Gow's in behind here, but she's offside. What has changed compared to the opening 45 minutes to the last 17 minutes we've seen from Monaro? What was the catalyst for that?
I think it's just confidence. I think now that they've scored a couple of goals, as you said, they had only scored 2 goals, I believe, this whole season. And they've scored 2 goals in this game, and it's just changed the mentality of the girls on the field, and they can see, they can give it to the top teams. So, yeah, they're really going for it. It's great to see.
I think it's one of those things that can be easy to weigh on the mind. I think the side be fully aware that they've only scored 2 goals this season and they've struggled to find the combinations up front. And once you've unlocked the combination here this afternoon, they believe they can go and score 3-4 goals here.
They've got one of the best presses I've seen. I think they just really need to have someone sit in behind so that Olympic can't get those balls out through the middle. If they can fix that, they could be a really challenging team.
Emma Gow's afternoon is done. as Andrew Woodman makes his second change of the afternoon. Just wait to see who replaces her. Looks like Farrell push up to the almost a right wing position, and looks like Chloe Rudd. So he's chopping and changing here a little bit, Andrew Woodman. Not content with the 6-2 lead. I think he understands that decides they've been under pressure here. So it looks like Cockham will come out to the left wing, and Farrell will push up to the right wing. Here's Cockham on the ball here. Tries and finds their captain, but the idea was right, but the execution was poor. I think Monaro have, in their obviously pre this week, they would have understood that it's quite a young, inexperienced backline for Olympics. If you can put them under pressure, they can turn the ball over, and that's how their first 2 goals have happened here this afternoon. Surprising that Paul Townsley is not turned to his bench yet, and it's now in the 60th minute, and he's still got 5 players on his bench, quite a few of them attacking. Must be happy with the combinations out here so far.
Yeah, I mean, at 6'2", I'd be wanting to put maybe Hardwick up a bit higher so she's not taking shots from outside near the centre half, and just put a bit more of an attacking threat up front. So I think the changes will have to happen soon if they want to close the gap between the scoreline.
Ball falls here to Begg. She rides the challenge of Hardwick. Her shot looked like it trickled in, but it was just on the side netting. Well, Coach Emma has spoken. Let's see if Paul Townsley maybe he's listening to the coach's monitor. See if he makes those changes and listens to you.
Yeah.
You fancy yourself as a coach?
Oh, it's definitely something I'd love. Oh, I have been doing it, but yeah, what I will be transitioning into in the next couple of years, I think. Body on the line there.
That was a great press from Sykes to put Compton under pressure here. And Monaro turned the favour, and now they're pressing high on the Olympic are pressing high on the Monaro back line. The ball is hoofed forward stays in here, and Plamino does well to put Cook under pressure. She's forced to go back. No, beautiful step over. Nicely done. Even a poor pass turns into a good pass for Ash Sykes. She breaks into the box, Compton trailing. And a great covering challenge puts Sykes under pressure, and it hits it straight at the keeper.
Yeah, didn't want to use her left foot there.
Great effort from Compton to in a losing foot race to keep going and putting your head down and still putting your body on the line here. She's done exceptionally well. She's had her hands full with the Sykes and Begg. And she's done really well.
I think coming up to the 20th minute, you'd want to look to change the formation of this Monaro team. They've got 4 at the back at the moment, and you know they need to close this middle here where Olympics finding outlets to play the ball out, get an extra player in there, and really press and give it to them for the last 25 minutes of the game.
As you can see in that little passage of play there, the five Monaro players pushing forward, and you've got five players in the back line. There's no one in that middle section there. So once the Olympic pass through that high press from Monaro, they're out, and there's numbers. The high line from in the back line for Monaro's paid off there, and it was as Olympic were caught offside.
You also got to ask the question, you know, when you are down by 4 goals, do you want to be worrying about defending, or do you want to be worrying about attacking? So
Monaro turned the ball over here. Trouble from Sykes. So coming together with Compton. She argues her case, and Cockham's in here one-on-one with the keeper. Great save from Josipovic, who sticks out her right leg.
Fantastic save.
And keeps her side of the match here. As Compton turned and pleaded her case with the referee, Sykes just got the game underway quickly and took the free kick.
Score might have 6 goals against her, but she is definitely keeping her team in this and has made some brilliant saves today.
Normally when you see 6 goals against you, you feel like a keeper has had a torrid afternoon, but she's had a cracking game so far and has kept her side in it in the second half. Jamison fires from range on the left foot, but doesn't trouble the keeper.
Coach sounds happy with that defensive effort from the girls.
Josipovic takes her time to get the game underway again. Kicks the ball along to Hardwick, who controls it with her back. Ball falls to Wallace here, but it's nipped off her toe by Burdett. Sykes drives at Compton. This is turning into a great battle. She cuts back inside. Finds Burdett. And Burdett's pass is poor and Hardwick intercepts. Whiteley under pressure here. Great block from Brayshaw as the game just stops as Sykes checks with Brayshaw she's okay. And the game's just paused. I think Sykes might have trodden on Brayshaw as she blocked that shot. I think that's why she was concerned.
It's great sportsmanship there from Sykes. You don't rarely often see someone in a goal-scoring opportunity stop like that, so it must have been a hard hit, and she's just checking on her to make sure she's okay.
Always safety first. And helps her up as well. I think she definitely trod on Brayshaw there. But it looks like she'd be okay to continue. I think even Sykes is telling Olympic just to play it back to Monaro here and get the game underway. That is good sportsmanship, isn't it?
It's fantastic. Fantastic to see.
Even in the heat of the contest, making sure we're all okay.
It's good to see the game back up. If that had been Neymar in the tackle, we'd probably be here for another 20 minutes and the stretchers would have come out.
We breathe them differently in Canberra. Sykes with the chance here. Looked like it was almost a handball here. As Sykes tried to clip the ball over Brayshaw.
Double falcon. 2 defenders hit there.
But it might have hit her in the face, and she does rub her nose, so maybe it was a falcon instead of a handball, and the referee got the decision right.
Yeah, I think that did cop her in the face there.
Hardwick does well there to win a 50-50. As Burdett swings the ball out to Farrow, who's pushed up higher in the second half.
Olympic are really good at realising when to drive, when to hold the ball, when to pass it. It's really nice to watch the style of football that they're playing.
That was Rudd who turns the ball over here. Monaro have got 4-on-3. Wallace finds Edwards, who shoots.
Now that's great to see, but as we can see again, Monaro, there's 4 people up front, whilst they still have 6 people hanging behind them in defence. Those girls in the holding midfield really need to run up and help in the attack, because that's what they're needing. They're needing goals, and there's just too much of a space there. And until that changes, I don't think the scoreline will either.
It was a quick counter-attack, but there was no end product to it. As Compton picks the ball in her own box and clears it out for a throw into Olympic.
Do you think it's awareness of positions on the field, or fitness that the girls are hanging back a bit and not getting up into the attack as fast as what they should be doing?
I think in that last play, it's a little bit hard for a defensive midfielder who helps clear the ball and helps start the counter attack to push forward. And maybe it's also just a decision about saving the legs. It was Wallace who did win the ball, and who is a defensive midfielder who broke forward there. So maybe Hardwick saving her legs. As you said, the game is on the line here. There's still a chance here. There's still plenty of time. 22 minutes still left to play. It's 6-2. I'd love to see them gamble a little bit more and push forward. As you say, that Wallace does well here. Palomino, with the first time she's actually had a chance to, with the ball at her feet. The flag is raised by the assistant referee for an offside call.
Yeah, I'd be looking to change the formation to maybe a 3-5-2 and push a defender up in to help the girls in the midfield for Monaro.
Sykes drives at the defenders and passes out wide of Burdett, who tries and takes on Jones here. Falls to Hardwick. She clears. Remember, Monaro didn't play midweek as well. So, wondering if they'll run out of legs late in this half. They did make, was it 4 changes to that side that played on Tuesday night. Throw in down there near the corner flag, which will be taken by Jones. As you mentioned, there's still some attacking players on the bench here for Monaro. Gugleman and Osfield have played quite a few minutes for the first grade side for Monaro this season, and Gugleman's got some beautiful skills in the midfield, and Osfield's pace is always a threat.
You can hear the call from the back line of Monaro saying to step, but the girls aren't stepping there.
Farah swings the ball into the box there, but it doesn't fall to anyone in a blue shirt. Monaro have a chance here to break, but Hemmings has been fantastic this afternoon. Plays it out wide to her captain. The ball stays in here.
Yeah, very well done there.
As Cockham finds Jamison, finds Hemmings, finds Jones, ball stays in here, and eventually goes out for an Olympic throw-in.
I have a newfound appreciation for linesmen. I actually lined a game on the weekend, and the amount of times I just put my flag left and right without knowing. I swear it's a guessing game for the rest, which is why the girls need to get into the ear of the ref every time it goes out and just call for it, whether it's your ball or not.
Was that a save there from Josipovic? Nice, it's an offside flag.
Now that ball just dribbled out to the side there.
So it's tricky ones, right? So you point the flag in the direction of where the ball is going, right? That's the idea. Are you still trying to figure it out? We can sign you up for a level 4 course, refereeing course if you want.
You'll just see. It doesn't matter if it is obvious that I kick the ball out. I will scream that it is our ball because you can trick them. You can trick the refs.
You can convince them.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Confidence is
Really?
key. Confidence is key.
I think they would beg to differ. You don't want to come onto the commentary team and talk ill of the Capital Football referee team, would you, Emma?
No, they're fantastic. I'm just saying it from past experiences in last weekend when I had to go and a girl said it's my ball and I said okay. Turns out it wasn't. The centre ref knew.
Ball falls here to Hardwick, who plays the ball forward to Wallace, who puts the ball in behind for Palomino to chase, but Chalker comes out and clears it out for a throw-in. Jones with the ball in her hand, throws it out to Grant, who's in a tussle there with Chloe Rudd, and Rudd wins out here. Plays it back to Hemmings, whose clearance only goes as far as, I think that was Jones out there. Brayshaw swings it out with that great left foot, finds Edwards in a tussle with Jamison. It's Begg here, plays it out wide to her twin sister.
What, they're twins?
Are they? Sykes.
Fantastic finish.
Time to size up the goals as the Monaro backline just backed off and backed off and backed off, just begging her to shoot. No pun intended. And Sykes buries it with her left foot.
Yeah,
It's 7-2.
That was a bit unfortunate to see. The girls were doing really well this first 30 minutes of the second half, and a little bit of a mental lapse there. And, you know, you got to shut those girls down. They're too good to be given space, and unfortunately they didn't get there in time. And it's another goal to the Olympic girls.
Burdett's afternoon is done as Andrew Wood makes his third and final change here at Riverside Football Stadium. Just waiting to see the number of the player coming onto the field. It's hard to see behind that the ponytail. Looks like Georgina Woodward. Edward chases the ball, but it does go out for an Olympic goal kick. 15 minutes to go here at Riverside Football Stadium. It's Canberra Olympic 7, Monaro Panthers 2.
Yeah, that was a bit of a kick and a hope there, I think. So hopefully the girls' heads don't drop for Monaro and they can stay in this challenge.
Look how much space the Sykes sisters have in that, just dropping off in front of that back line to pick up the ball as Compton clears. Jamison will throw it in. Finds Begg down this near side. He stands up Hardwick, plays to it to Sykes, crosses the ball in, and there's only one player in the box and the ball didn't find Farah. Goes out for a throw in on that far side.
That was a great little combination between the sisters. Little flick out and a 1-2 in behind, and it's a shame no one was in the box there to finish that off. It would have been a great goal.
Jones throws it in, finds Grant. Zanotto tries and turns, but Olympic press, and she turns the ball over. Cook does really well there under the pressure of Edwards. She's still going forward here. Grant up against Rudd again. Rudd wins out and passes back to Hemmings, who fires the ball forward and finds Farah, who turns here under the pressure from Wallace. She goes forward, holds the ball up nicely, finds Cockham, who lays it back to Woodward. And Whiteley clears.
Farah's making some very dangerous runs straight through the middle. She's extremely good at driving the ball and did well to hold the ball up. Could see that the defence was set and just tried to recycle the ball back.
We saw Farah's ability of driving the ball forward in that first half, and she took on 3 or 4 Monaro Panthers players and won her side a corner. So maybe Coach Woodman saw that as a reason to put her forward in the second half. Here she is on the ball here, 1v1, and calmly finds the bottom corner.
Very well deserved goal there for Farah.
And it's 8-2 to Canberra Olympic. Looks like Monaro Panthers just run out of legs here. As Braysher's on the ground, and maybe Paul Towns will be forced to make his first substitution here this afternoon.
Yeah, it's not a great feeling when you have so many goals scored against you and you're out there running your legs off and trying your hardest, but nothing's working. So, but credit to the girls. Honestly, they've had passages of play that shows that they do have a lot of promise for the future, and if they can work out a few tactical things, I think the result from today's game could have been very different.
It's almost burst that bubble for Monaro Panthers. For that first 20 minutes of the second half, they were well on top and had some opportunities, but just couldn't find the back of the net and just falling asleep at the back. And Olympic will make you pay. Still 12 minutes to go here. Brayshaw slowly makes her way off.
Again, great sportsmanship from Ash there, just making sure she's okay. And probably apologising if she gave her a little clip. Also, Lockie, your pink marshmallows have gone a bit soggy, mate, in your hot chocolate here.
Expecting better service, to be honest. Edwards does well here, takes on Cook.
Ooh.
Shoulder to shoulder. But he's called for the free kick outside the box. No advantage. I think that's the decision he's made here.
Was that outside the box?
I think for the original challenge here, and this is what I think looks like Begg is asking the referee to explain to her. She's a bit confused by the decision. But this is a dream position for Hardwick. The last time I was at Riverside Football Stadium, she scored a goal from this exact same spot against Tuggeranong.
I might have seen something different there. I'm a bit confused. I thought that was actually in the box there, so I think Hardwick would have probably preferred from the dot, but we might be able to see a bit of individual brilliance here from a spot kick.
I think that they're having a discussion now, the assistant referee and the centre referee. Looked like the shoulder-to-shoulder challenge was clearly inside the box. I think the referee didn't see anything wrong with that. It was a challenge moments before that between Cook and Edwards. Hopefully Edwards is okay here. She seems to be holding her neck. She did go down as well earlier in the match with the lower back injury. As Hardwick goes over and checks if she's okay.
Like you said, it might be hard carrying the team. Neck and back injuries.
She has had a cracking game.
She's had a fantastic game. Should be very proud of herself.
Looks like Paul Towns is preparing to make a second substitution. Looks like Osfield is preparing to come on, probably to replace the injured Edwards, who's still face down the turf, holding her neck. Hope it's not a serious neck injury.
Might have just been a little bit of whiplash.
How long does the referee let her stay in the field for before she can safely be moved off it?
Neck and back injuries, you're really not supposed to move them unless you know 100% certain that they are okay. So I guess the trainer's just double checking that it'll be safe before she's moved.
By the way, it was Nikki Hewlett who replaced Heather Brayshaw after Olympics' 8th goal.
You can see just then Hardwick was having a conversation with her teammates, probably giving them a bit of positive motivation to just keep trying their best for the rest of this game and hopefully not concede any more goals and try and get a couple more on the scoreboard.
Just a moment to regather their composure after 2 quick goals. Burst their bubble a little bit here in the second half. As we still wait to see if Edwards is okay.
Yeah, this is worrying signs.
Doesn't seem to be too much of a back injury. Nothing too serious. She has straightened her back here. I'm no doctor, but she seems to be okay.
I think she's just wiping either sweat or a couple of tears away there, but it looks like she's getting substituted off here, I think. They're just going to move her to the side.
And it is Osfield who will come on to take her position. Maybe Hardwick is also the team physio as well.
It's a shame to see her go off like this, but she should hold her head high if she can. Hopefully the neck's okay to do that because she's had a fantastic game and should be extremely proud of herself.
Yeah, best wishes to Liz Edwards. Hopefully the injury isn't too severe.
What do we reckon here, Lockie? Top left or top right bins?
We'll go top right.
Top right?
Top right.
All right.
That's where the space is.
It is
Hardwick over the ball.
I'm going to say top left just because you said top right.
And it's straight at the keeper. So neither wins.
She saw the red and thought it was the bullseye. Went for the wrong target.
I think she just wanted to spite both of us, to be honest.
She had to win something today.
It's Woodward who tries and finds Farah in behind here. But Jones beats her to it, and she takes on Farah and wins a throw-in.
We can see Edwards walking below us now, and she's got support with her, but she's looking okay. So hopefully we'll hear some positive news coming out of the week that it's nothing too serious.
Sykes dances past two defenders, clips the ball into the box, but doesn't find ahead of any Canberra Olympic player and comes out for a throw-in on this near side.
It's a brilliant cross. Shame she didn't jump for the header.
The game seems to have had a bit of a lull here as Hardwick helps Peg up into her feet, and they clear it just to make sure she's okay. All a bit confusing, that. You'd think that Monaro would just throw it back to Olympic and we'll get the game underway again. As we look ahead to Olympics' run home to the finals, they now sit comfortably in 4th position on 12 points, 5 points above Canberra United Academy, who are in 5th spots. And with only 2 games to go, you'd think that a final spot is all but assured for Olympic, which is an incredible effort after being wooden spooners in 2019.
Olympic was wooden spooners last year.
They were.
Would not have picked that.
Here's Sykes. He buries it past Josipovic with the right boot. It's 9-2 to Canberra Olympic. And Sykes, I believe, 3rd goal of the afternoon. "11 goals here at Riverside Football Stadium. 9 to Canberra Olympic and 2 to Monaro Panthers. It's one of those strikes that you would bet your house on for Sykes to score.
She makes it look easy. Shame we didn't have her last season at Canberra United. Definitely missed a goal scorer, an out-and-out goal scorer last season, so it's good to see she's still bagging them. Might get a call up this season.
You can be on the phone to Vicky to let her know what you think.
Yeah, I'll give Vicky a call.
As Farah's day is done as well, Olympic make their 4th change. It's one of the new rules this season. More than 3 subs in NPLW this season are allowed. As Begg picks the ball up here, Osfield in front of her. She finds Jamison, who swings the ball into the box. Ball falls to Compton, and she clears. Monaro is still looking for their first 3 points, first win of the season. Play Canberra United Academy in round 8 next weekend before finishing the season with a bye.
Nice little defensive effort there.
Cook will throw the ball in here. Walsh does well to read it best. Bring it down to Zanotta. Turns it over. Cook plays it back to her captain. Under pressure by Plamino.
Yeah, she almost pinched that one there. That was good pressure.
Hemmings finds Woodward. But Hardwick's there to nip in. But she gives away a free kick in the process. And she's not very happy with that decision. Looks like we're having a keeper substitution here. As Abigail Stanton comes on for Cindy Chalker. Don't think it's any injury concern. Just might be able to just give Stanton a bit of a run here. I think this might be her NPLW debut as well. So congratulations to Stanton. It's a bit of a cosy position to come on with only less than 5 minutes to play and you're up 9-2. Dream way to make your debut for the side. Begg in behind here. And she scores Olympics 10th, but celebrations are cut short. As looks like Josipovic and Hewlett ran into each other here. Actually, not Hewlett, I think it's Hardwick, who they both ran into each other, and a bit of concern here about the players.
Yeah, that was a pretty quick yell from Beggs there to the trainers, so...
Josipovic is still flooding her back, but she is moving, which is a positive sign. So physio jogs onto the field. Hardwick seems okay. She's on her haunches, but I think it might just be the wind taken out of her. The concern is with Josipovic.
It's been a pretty physical match. We've seen a few players down on the ground today.
Quite a few injuries, actually, yeah.
Keeper sitting up, that's good to see.
Feels like it might be more of a winded situation rather than anything too serious, hopefully. Add insult to injury, conceding your 10th and having 2 of your players injured in the process. It's not an ideal way to round out the match as the clock ticks into the 90th minute. Should have, you'd think, 2 or 3 or 4 minutes of stoppage time here with all the injuries we've had in the second half. Looks like now Compton's on the ground as the physio checks with Josipovic, make sure she is not suffering any signs of concussion. Has been quite a physical match, hasn't it?
Yeah, it really has. Hopefully the keeper will be okay here. I never like to see a keeper go down. They're a special breed. They put their body on the line, and yeah, it's a tough position there, so hopefully she'll bounce back and be okay. I think I can see Carly's father here, Mr. Rossbacken, come to watch.
He's a familiar sight at all Monaro Panthers home games. Or he's supporting his son, who also Sam Rossbacken, who will play tonight against Gungahlin United for the Monaro Panthers. As Gungahlin United have a chance to fight for top spot on the NPLW ladder in the last round of the season. Once this game concludes in 50 minutes time, head over to catch the stream between Belconnen United and Tigers FC at AAS Grassfield 1, which is pretty much a knockout match. Whoever team loses, there's a strong possibility of not making the final series in 2020. Russ Gibbs and Frank Case will bring you all the action there, so tune in before we're back here at 5:30 for, as I said, Monaro Panthers versus Gungahlin United in the NPL 1.
It's good to see all players are back up on their feet.
Josipovic looks like she's set to continue, which is good. She's had a cracking game.
Talking about a battered and bruised player, have you ever seen the great Scott Sterling?
He's going down in the history books as one of the finest goalkeepers in the history of the game, I think.
Yep, do yourselves a favour, everyone listening. If you have not seen Scott Sterling, type it in on YouTube and...
In the 15 minutes before the next game, how about that? That's how you spend it.
Exactly.
Hardwick will won't run out the rest of this game here. She's replaced by Kira Donadell. Once again, Hardwick has had a great performance in that holding midfield position and scored an absolute cracker in the dying stages of the first half. Seems like an age ago almost, doesn't it? It's been a long second half for Monaro Panthers here as they're going to suffer their 6th defeat of the NPLW season.
Did we go in at halftime at 6-2 or was it 7-2?
The 6-2.
6-2.
6-2. Good to see you keeping track of the score, Emma.
Thank you.
Sykes up against 3 or 4, 5 defenders in green and black. Finally, one of them managed to clear the ball. That was Riley Whiteley. As Jamison jogs forward to throw the ball in.
You'd be pretty nervous as a defender seeing one of the Sykes sisters running at you. They're so skillful with their footwork and, definitely a weapon in front of the goal. Oh.
It's a free kick to Monaro Panthers there. It looked like Sykes thought it was going to be a penalty for a second, so she put her hand on the ball and the referee's blamed for a free kick for a handball. Strange passage of play in the dying moments of this match. And then Compton clears the ball straight into Cockham.
The ref has let a couple of questionable ones go. But yeah, I think that was a fair call from the ref there.
Sykes had an opportunity to shoot there, but plays it out to Woodward, who plays it off to Rudd, who puts the ball into the box. And the ball falls kindly to Josipovic. As the referee blows the final whistle here at Riverside Football Stadium. Final score, Canberra 10, Monaro Panthers 2. Thoughts on the match, Emma?
Yeah, look, it was obviously, Olympic was completely dominant. But there was passages of play where Monaro showed what they could do. And, I think the girls just need to go to train this week and watch a couple of video clips and see that, they do have the potential to really give it to sides that they come up against and try not to have their head down too low because, you're coming up the likes against players like the Sykes, and when you have them in the attacking their attacking forces coming at you, it's pretty hard to defend. So, yeah, I think the scoreline's pretty fair, but I think a lot of positive things to see from Monaro in the future.
It was Olympic who got out to a 6-goal lead in the opening 40 minutes before 2 quick goals from Monaro Panthers saw the scoreline 6-2 at half-time before 4 more goals were scored by the Blue of Olympic, who now sit in 4th position on 12 points, 5 above Canberra United Academy. Thanks for watching. Tune in the coming minutes to Russ Gibbs and Frank Keisha at AS Grassfield 1.